Welcome back to a Let's Play of Cook Serve Delicious, day 36, where I left it off last time, the end of day 35. There's an extra event of nachos and ice cream for a catering event, which I will probably get to at the end of day 36. That's my active menu. The special needs to change. We'll put fries as a special and load up chicken behind it for now. And I could do some more upgrades, but what I'm going to do instead is buy the one specialty food that I haven't got that's currently open to me, which is pancakes. Just like the previous video was the breakfast sandwich. Well, they're about as expensive as breakfast sandwiches. They should be relatively easy to do. Oh, they're late night chow and breakfast chow. They have menu rot. They generate more plates for washing up, and the health Nazis hate them. So, now having done that, I need to change my active menu, and because I've got so many foods now available to me, it now goes onto a second page. So this is going to be a not very big money generating day because I don't have fish or chicken or steak on the menu, but we have pancakes and we have fries. So that's pretty much everything I needed to do up to this point. Oh, what's a random bet? Yep, not doing that one with my 1 silver ticket. So start day 36. And first order of the day, coffee. I can survive that. But it's meant to be, pancakes are meant to be a breakfast staple, so you'd kind of think that people before 10:30 would order pancakes. But no, these semi-alcoholics who wait till 9:30 to come in and get the first beer of the day turn up instead. Pancakes, right. You put said pancake on grill, wait for it to cook, which is pretty fast compared to a lot of other foods. Put it on the plate, then add the toppings, which in this case is maple syrup and butter. And pancakes are literally that simple. Yep, can't think of anything else to say about pancakes or anything particularly different to say about the food that's now on the menu. I'm kind of wondering, with only having fries, oh, they do turn up in the rush hour. I was wondering what food's going to turn up for the rush hour, considering I've only really got fries as a cooked food on the menu. Okay, 2 pancakes with maple syrup and butter. Hey, 2 pancakes, strawberry syrup and butter. Oh, that one almost got away from me. Oh, crap, forgot to put the toppings on. Duh, that was my fault. Muscle memory of reaction with you put something on a plate, then you immediately serve it, which is not what happens with pancakes. Strawberry and butter. I'll do 3 while we're here. 1, 3 pancakes. No, 3 pancakes. Vanilla and chocolate. Maple syrup and butter. 2, 3 pancakes with strawberry syrup and butter. Seems quite appealing actually, pancakes with something on them. But you will now, at the end of this day, you will have seen in the last 2 videos, sorry, excuse me a second. Sorry, I thought I was going to sneeze then. You will have seen both the breakfast sandwich and the pancakes, which is with the coffee and whatever the other one was. That's all for the specialty foods that I can currently access. Within a couple more days, I think the other specialty foods start opening up because they belong with a 2-star restaurant. At least that's my belief, without actually knowing. 3 scoops of vanilla. Yeah, that's an exciting man, obviously. Go into a restaurant and order 3 scoops of vanilla ice cream? Why not at least have some variety? But each their own, shouldn't judge, but I do. Why? Because I can. Yeah, they tell you you're meant to have the assumption of goodwill with people. You shouldn't judge other people until you walked a mile in their shoes. How boring is that? Of course I want to judge other people without knowing anything really about them. It's my God-given right. Maple syrup and butter. Well, let's face it. Everybody else goes on about their God-given rights and how God has a plan for them, so it's my God-given right to judge people without knowing the facts. Why? Because how else can you be a complete asshole without jumping to conclusions? Okay, yeah, I'm not enjoying doing the pancakes, I must admit. They're not fun. But it's one more food down, one more task out the way. Oh crap, and they're going to be overcooked at this rate. Don't let the chores get away from you, that would be wrong. Strange enough, apart from the fact they cook fast, so you don't get to plan for the gap you need for doing them, pancakes are kind of like doing hamburgers, just not as graphically pleasing and doesn't have quite as many variations. So it's kind of like doing a fast version of hamburgers with simplified options. But as I've mentioned previously, I don't like doing hamburgers either. Or burgers, because they're probably not ham, they're beef burgers, or these days turkey burgers, pork burgers, and soy burgers, and God knows what else. Burgers, basically. I like eating burgers. In this game, I don't like cooking them. And a non-perfect day because I screwed up a pancake order. Only got 375 income. Served 53 customers. Yep, not a most spectacular of days. But the next video we will get to a 2-star restaurant. I guess we'll do day 37. And the next video will do day 38, which should get us there. I can upgrade the suit. I was reading my copy of Sky Eating Weekly, and you were number 89 of the top 100 places to eat within a tower. You know, talking about putting caveats on it. Wow, I don't know where I'm having lunch today. 10% plus. Number 89 of top 100 places to eat within a tower. Not just places to eat. Oh, thank you. Another silver ticket. Menu rot. Sorry if I sent you this already, but man, is the food good there. I hope you guys stick around forever. Bet for the day is that. Oh, and that was the... Okay, let me just set my active menu up for get rid of the food rot. Not doing pancakes again anytime soon. We'll put the steak as a special of the day and line up the fish behind it. But I did say, and I should do as I say, do the catering event. Eats and treats. I hate nachos. But Eats and treats. Hoo boy, is it crazy in here? 7 of my employees have fainted from exhaustion. So I thought I'd throw them a little party to make up for the 160 hours they're putting in each week for the next few months. Really, 160 hours while they work in the software games industry? Because that's where they tend to work those hours when they're trying to release a big game. Just serve at least 22 people with no more than 3 bad orders, and the $25 per person is yours. I'm trying to remember which one. Was it EI-DOS or people that took over EI-DOS? They got sued by their employees for being forced to work 16-hour days, 7 days a week, and not being paid any overtime or getting anything extra for it. The software games industry. The paragons of virtue that they are. Well, okay, and let me begin. Vanilla, chocolate, cherry and sprinkles. I can do ice cream. Nachos I hate. Okay, so olives is V, jalapenos, tomatoes and onions. 2 queso, olives, onions and ground meat. Cook the ground meat. Oh great, it's one of these. Sour cream, guacamole, olives, jalapenos, tomatoes and onions and I don't know. I've lost count of what I was doing there. Guacamole, jalapenos and tomatoes. Oh, I screwed that one up as well. This is not going well. Queso, sour cream, guacamole and onions. 2 queso guacamole. God. Finally a simple one. Right, how much longer has this got to go on? Vanilla, chocolate, cherry and sprinkles. 5. Vanilla, chocolate, cherry and sprinkles. 1. Ground meat. Add 20 seconds. 2 vanillas. A cherry. 1. Queso, olives, onions and ground meat. 5. Please let this be over. Thank you. Oh, that was painful. That was so close to failure. I told you I hated nachos, and that's the reason I hate nachos. But that's the catering event done. $700 for the 28 people. I think there may be one more that hasn't appeared yet. I could be right, I could be wrong. Right, now I've set my active menu up as I was going to want it. So now, even though I've got some money, hopefully day 37 is going to be a quiet day. Or a simple enough day, hopefully. Because that wasn't fun for me. Oh, nice, all the chores are coming up. Yep, now I just gotta calm down because that was a catering event from hell as far as I'm concerned. Once you get behind because you're not sure what you're doing or which buttons to press with the nachos, all the ice cream stacking up. The ice cream was easy, but then a nacho would come in. I'd slow down again. Yeah, I don't want to do that again, ever. But if I continue to play this game and start another save with a different restaurant, at some point I'm going to have to do that again. And I'm going to have just as much fun as I did that time, i.e. none. Well, I say none. It was It's like all games. When you come close to losing, but you manage to succeed, the sense of relief of doing that is great. But it's not something you want to do frequently, because it ain't that much fun. Dee. That sounded weird. 2, 4, and cook number 3. Guess I should get the dishes done before they become a problem. Starting to look like Outback. Steaks and beer. We're just serving steaks and beer. But nothing against Outback because they do a pretty nice steak. I had one just the other day. It was very enjoyable. Of course, Outback being, well, in theory being Australian, although you do struggle to find an Outback in Australia, an Outback restaurant. There is a big chunk of Australia that's called the Outback. So it's kind of weird when you go into an Outback restaurant and your waiter or server or whatever they are called officially these days is Scottish. Guy named Joe, really nice guy from around the Aberdeen area, but here I am in America, in an Australian, theoretically, restaurant being served by a Scotsman. Not something you would normally think was going to happen. But like I say, nice guy, really nice steak. I enjoyed it, at least. Now, I've been to Morton's and a whole bunch of other places, and to be honest, I'm not such a connoisseur of steaks that I really want to spend 3 times the price at a really fancy steak restaurant when I can get a perfectly edible and filling steak from Outback at a more reasonable price. And up here there's Longhorn restaurants as well. They do a perfectly nice steak. There again, I'm perfectly happy of going to Red Robin and having a really nice burger. But I'm not sure where I was going with the whole of this conversation / speech, as I keep cooking steaks on this grill. But yeah, so if you happen to like steaks and you're not in Texas where they cook them to perfection, and they cook steak so well you can actually cut your steak with a fork, I would say, so as not in so well as in well done, they just cook them that nicely. Because my brother-in-law took me to one of those places once, but they are just nice steaks at Outback, and nice people who serve you. They just are not really Australian. And hopefully this rush hour will soon be over. And this day will be over shortly, and when I start the next video, I'm not sure if it's the end of this day or the end of the next day, we will be up to a 2-star restaurant, and there'll be a load of new stuff to show. Less than an hour to go. 1, 2, 3, no juice. and the money's going up quite nicely, which is always useful. 5 sugars. I can understand putting 5 sugars in coffee. I suppose it changed the taste of it, but that's a lot of sugar. Income of $582, 56 customers served, and a perfect day. Yeah, one more day to do, and then we have the 2-star restaurant, so that'll be the next video. Crazy Dave's, you can't make more than $500 in income excluding tips. It's going to be close, but I made just over $500 on that day, and if memory serves me correctly, the more expensive fish will go in the special slot to sell it and sell some chicken. So I'll accept your bet. I may not make it. Okay, that's $150 for nothing. Someone's an idiot. Another perfect day. Oh, bad weather. That could take down the... And I've had that spam before. The established butane hoodie. Don't go to Mexico without it. So the spams are starting to repeat themselves. So I may buy the spam filter at some point. However, so one more day to do. This is pretty much the end of this video, but I'm just wondering if I upgrade it. Let me go back to View by Foods. No, that was the wrong one. Go back to my active menu. Right, it's currently a 2-star. If I upgrade it to a 3-star, oh, I have to change the menu around as well. If the chicken is currently a 2-star, and I upgrade it to a 3-star, it may get me that little bit of extra cash I need to win Crazy Dave's bet. Oh, I prevaricate. Let's just do it. 10 to $15. So yeah, that price increase is good, and yeah, it doesn't actually change the steps you need to take. It just a higher amount of money for selling it. And that's caught up with all the chicken upgrades. G'day. Alright, well, as always, I hope whatever you're doing is fun, and if not, I hope someone's paying you for it, and if that's not happening, stop doing it. And maybe I'll see you next time.